It's better for me to do that than for me to sit back and have regrets later on in life saying, dang, I wish I would have tried that.
I regret not, seeing the kids grow up and being a mom to the kids more so than you'll regret making real estate deals or closing them. That's a tough balance, and I think that I know you'll make the right decision.
So here's word is Stormi was rushed to the hospital after a major argument with Latisha. And it all started over something Stormi may not have even said directly. According to people close to the set, this drama exploded over a twisted rumor that Stormi was supposedly spreading something about Marsau having a baby with another woman, and Latisha being the last to find out. But here's the crazy part, Stormi never even said Marsau's name. She was reportedly talking to someone off camera in private. But like we know, rumors don't need facts to fly, that chat got twisted, passed around, and by the time it reached Latisha, it sounded like a full-on betrayal. And we all know Latisha does not play when it comes to her man. Let's rewind. Behind the scenes, people saw Stormi having a private conversation with Marsau. It wasn't romantic or anything like that, but the tone seemed serious. One crew member said Stormi looked worried, like she was trying to warn him about something before it exploded. And honestly, that tracks. Stormi's been around long enough to know how fast things can get messy. But here's the thing, Latisha has been through enough drama and rumors before. She's naturally protective and suspicious, so even if that conversation was innocent, it looked shady. And with the tension that's already existed between her and Stormi, that private chat lit the match. Someone went back and told Latisha that Stormi was out here telling people Marsau had a secret baby, and that she was being made to look like a fool. Whether or not that's what Stormi really said is unclear from insiders. It seems Stormi never even said anything like that directly. She might have just been repeating something she heard during girl talk. But you know how gossip works, by the time it gets to the last person, it's barely the same story. And Latisha, she walked on set looking calm, but the scary calm, you could tell something was up. She walked straight up to Stormi and said, "If you've got something to say about my husband, say it to my face." Stormi, caught off guard, stayed calm and told her, "Latisha, I didn't say it like that. Somebody twisted my words. I don't even know if any of it is true. Sounds believable." Everything we've heard says Stormi wasn't trying to expose Marsau. She was probably just passing on a heads up, but Latisha wasn't trying to hear it. Witnesses say she slammed her glass on the table and said something like, "So now you're calling me dumb? You're spreading lies and expect me to stay quiet." That's when everything exploded. A table got knocked over. No one knows if it was pushed or just hit during the chaos. And Stormi ended up on the floor. Some people said she fainted. Others said she was having a panic attack. Either way, she was not okay. Producers immediately stopped filming and called the medics. People said Stormi looked pale, her hands were shaking, and she could barely talk. She was loaded into an ambulance and taken to the hospital later. Doctors said her blood pressure had gotten dangerously high. This wasn't just stress, her body was physically shutting down. This wasn't some fake reality TV
overcome within our relationship and our marriage. But infidelity wasn't one of them,
Yeah.
So I'm like, it just wasn't my case. And then once I started having people come to me, it was like, well, we've been offered money to come on the show and said we slept with your husband. I was like, oh my God.
So here's one moment. This was real. If you follow Stormi, you know she's spoken publicly about her struggles with anxiety and mental health. She's talked about the pressure of being a mom, running a business, and being on TV. So this breakdown, it wasn't just about brunch. It was months of stress finally boiling over, but Stormi didn't stay down for long. Her team moved fast. A cease and desist letter was sent straight to the production company and to Latisha too. The letter accused them of verbal harassment, emotional distress, and physical intimidation. But that's not all. Her team also blamed the producers, apparently. Stormi had already warned them things weren't good between her and Latisha. She asked for a safer setup, maybe some mediation to avoid any kind of drama, but according to sources, her request was ignored. Now think about that. If she asked for help ahead of time and was still pushed into that scene just to stir up drama, that's a problem. That's lawsuit territory. Reality TV loves chaos, but not when someone's health is truly at risk. And let's be clear, Stormi doesn't need this show for money. She's got her own business, her own bag. This isn't about a check. This was her saying, "I'm not staying quiet just to protect a show that didn't protect me." Meanwhile, while Stormi was still recovering, guess what Latisha did? She went on Instagram and posted a story that said, "People love to play victim when they start a fire and get burned." Now listen, that might have felt like a clapback, but legal experts are saying that post could come back to haunt her. Why? Because it makes her look unapologetic, like she doesn't care someone ended up in the hospital. And in court, that's a bad look. The network is watching everything, not just what's on camera, but what's happening on social media too. That IG post might feel small now, but it could have big consequences later. And guess what? Right when everything seemed to calm down, boom. Another twist, a woman popped up on Instagram Live and dropped a bombshell. She claimed she had been seeing Marsau for a while and said she got pregnant in late 2022. According to her, when she told him, he ghosted her. She even said she has receipts, screenshots, voice notes, and legal paperwork showing she requested a DNA test through her lawyer. She didn't seem like she was chasing attention either. She seemed serious. The kicker? She deleted the live right after, but by then, it had already been screen recorded and shared everywhere. That's when the internet exploded. Fans started connecting the dots, matching timelines, dragging Marsau in the comments. One person wrote, "Stormi wasn't lying, she was trying to warn them and got attacked for it. Now the truth is coming out anyway." Another added, "Latisha stayed defending Marsau like he was perfect. But he's been outside acting up since season 1. This got